Hello to all you magnificent twin flames tuning into this message. This is the Crow's Nest. I'm your host, Crystaljoy, Wounded Healer. And what I have for you is a Twin Flame Insights reading. So we're going to have a look into the current energies in the collective and what it is that the Divine Masculines and the Divine Feminines need to be aware of and focusing on at this time. And we're also going to end with the angel numbers for the guidance of the highest good for us based on the messages that come through. The other thing that I wanted to look into as well is just a quick update, a little check-in, if you will, on the Uranus retrograde and how that will be affecting the Twin Flame Collective. So Uranus is going to be going retrograde on August 19th and will be retrograde until January 18th. So this is really a time for inward reflection on how it is that we're moving on the outward. So, really taking time to look within on how it is that we're moving about in the world, in our day-to-day life, towards our purpose, things like that. The other thing that's going on is Jupiter is going to be going into opposition on August 19th as well. So, that's going to be a time when Jupiter is going to be much closer than it normally is. And we're also going to be able to hopefully see some of its moons and its cloud banks during that time through a telescope if you're able to observe it. And before I get into the cards, I also wanted to mention a couple things. For those of you who are used to my readings, if you've been here before, you'll see that we're working with a new setup today. And I just want to say thank you all so much for all of the support and feedback that I've been receiving that has helped the nest to grow, which is why you see working with a new setup today. So thank you all so much for all of that support and feedback and your growth, and as well for supporting me as we work through this transition of getting used to a new setup once again. And in regards to the new setup, you might notice a couple things like my lighting and some sound are still some kinks that are needing to be worked through. So once again, thank you for bearing with me as we work through those changes, and thanks again for your feedback, as it always helps me to make sure that everything is as it should be. So we're going to go ahead and find out now an energy update on the collective. So what it is that the twin flames are currently feeling at this time. And I also want to say, if you find yourself here and you don't resonate with the twin flame journey, it's important to remember that we all have the divine masculine and the divine feminine energies within. So take it how it resonates. That could be why this information is resonating with you. And I wanted to mention as well, the stone that I'll be using on the tarot today for the energy check-in for the twins is a blue howlite. So if you are feeling guided towards this stone, you might want to look it up, find out a little bit more about blue howlite and how the messages are going to resonate with the messages that we're going to see come through in the cards. But also the stone might hold properties that you're feeling guided to work with as well, based on the message that comes through. So let's have a look at what the cards have to say, and if you're feeling guided to, please do have a look at blue howlite. So let us find out what is it that the current energies in the Twin Flame Collective are at this time. Oh goodness. Okay, so this is my second take trying to record this because of the sound interruptions that I'm working with. And this happened the first time that I tried to start the reading. I have, once again, another stack of cards coming through. There's a few cards here, so, oh goodness. I'm going to take the King of Pentacles. I will note that the star is right underneath that, okay, for those of you who know tarot. We also have the World on the bottom of this little stack here, which kind of makes me want to know what else we have going on. Yes, okay. So these are intended to be here, and this is what happened with the last recording that I had to finish, that I had to close. So in my most recent collective guidance message, we were seeing a lot of forward motion, determined action, just really getting it done, and a lot of sense of achievement and success towards the momentum that we've been building. However, there's also been this sense of having these bumps in the road, okay? So interruptions, if you will, in your fast track, I'm hearing, okay? So some of you might be feeling like you've really been on a fast track, but there's been these little speed bumps, if you will. And so in the first reading that I had to close because of the sound, once again, there was a bunch of cards that came through, really basically saying the same thing that I'm seeing right here, talking about that collective reading, about those bumps in the road that some of us are feeling. So right now, I'm seeing the King of Pentacles upright, the Star upright. We have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Next to that, we have the Ten of Wands upright, the Devil in reverse, the Eight of Wands in reverse, and the World card upright. So I'm not going to spend too much time in this because there's more things that I want to go over in this reading, but let's just have a quick look here. So with the King of Pentacles, this is a card that's really all about wealth, business, leadership, security, discipline, and abundance. And that's what I've really been feeling is so many of us, twin flames, and those of us, regardless of the journey that we're on, all of us here really working towards the Pentacles, that earthly realm, and setting up our foundations, our sense of security, our sense of financial stability. So really seeing that and feeling that with the King of Pentacles there. And then with the Star card next to that in the upright position, the Star card is all about hope, faith, renewal, a sense of purpose as well. So, the Star card being next to that King of Pentacles, once again, that high vibe, that high drive and motivation, and a sense of momentum towards that King of Pentacles that you're really embodying right now and that you're really working towards, twin flames. Next to the Star card, we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So this is talking about lack of progress, procrastination, and learning from failure. And this is what came up for me in the collective guidance message that I did regarding those bumps in the road. For some of you, what I actually picked up intuitively, these bumps in the road was not being able to put forth the proper planning to make the progress. It was, for some of us, it was about procrastinating, not getting the work done when we know we should be doing it, kind of saving it for the last moment, and then creating those hiccups for us because we're not giving ourselves the efficient and the sufficient time that we need to work towards the foundations that we're building at this time, the security that we're trying to, the sense of security that we're trying to step into, I'm feeling. But with this lack of progress, okay, and so next to the King of Pentacles and the Star, what I'm feeling is, again, those bumps in the road. So because there's been this sense of a procrastination or a sense of lack of planning, that it's been creating this sense of not having progress. That's been the speed bumps for you, if you will, and it's interrupting this King of Pentacles energy that you're embracing and that you're really moving towards. It's really interrupting how you feel you're able to build that foundation and stand within your security and your sense of safety. I'm hearing the word safety. So for some of you, this is about healing those inner wounds in regard to how you may have been living in crisis in the past, and it may even be in regards to monetary issues, in regards to money. Next to that, we have the Ten of Wands upright, okay? So next to the Page of Pentacles, it's talking about the burden, the extra responsibility, hard work, and completion, okay? And I love how this Ten of Wands talks about completion because we also have the World card here. So I do feel that there is going to be a sense of accomplishment and completion for you in working through this healing, twins. So with this burden, I'm feeling that this speed bump, this bump in the road, if you will, in regards to the lack of progress that you're having, it feels like a burden for you. And I'm feeling this sense of feeling this need to hustle, to really get it done, to catch up, and I'm hearing to pick up where you left off. So for some of you, this bump in the road, this speed bump really did kind of throw you off. I'm seeing a car when it hits a speed bump and you're just kind of losing control of the wheel for a moment. So you lost control of the wheel for a moment, but you're bringing it back is what I'm feeling and seeing right now. So, it has been feeling like this sense of hustling. It's been a lot of hard work. It's been a sense of a burden for you to pick up where you left off, to get back to where you were when you hit this speed bump, this little bump in the road. But again, the Ten of Wands is a card of completion. So I'm feeling that, through this hustling to get back to where it is that you left off, there is going to be a sense of completion and a sense of accomplishment as well. And the Devil is next to that Ten of Wands, okay? So it is in the reverse position. So we're talking about releasing limiting beliefs, exploring dark thoughts and detachment. So what I'm really feeling with the Devil in reverse right now, and after seeing those 4 cards there, once again, is this sense of inner healing, releasing, this inner healing in regards to monetary issues. There was something else that I was feeling that some of you are healing at this time. But what it is that you're healing, you know, in a nutshell, at the end of the day, it really is holding you back from really being able to fully embrace this King of Pentacles here. So it's almost like this speed bump. Yes. I'm picking up a couple things here. It's almost like this speed bump is preventing you from really being able to, yes. The last twin flame reading that I did, I was saying about the divine masculine stepping into their throne and owning the throne, okay? So I was just about to say, it's almost like this speed bump is preventing you from being able to really own that seat, own the driver's seat, to own the throne. The other thing that I was feeling for a moment, there was a couple messages coming through with the Ten of Wands. We will come back to it. We will come back to it. Oh yes, and with this Devil here. Yes, all about this inner healing, okay? So releasing these limiting beliefs that, because you have this, there's this inner healing that's going on in regards to monetary issues, and being in crisis. I really am feeling a sense of being in crisis and not having a sense of control over your sense of security and safety. Okay, and so with the Devil here, next to those 4 first cards, we're really talking about, once again, it's more of a confirmation of releasing all of those wounds that are preventing us from really owning that driver's seat, the King of Pentacles, that we're really working towards at this time. We also have the 8 of Wands in reverse next to the Devil. So it's talking about delays, frustration, resisting change, and internal alignment. So again, I feel this is a confirmation of that inner healing that's being done. It's a bump in the road. We've been referring to it as a speed bump. So it creates these sense of delays, this sense of burden and hustling. It's a lot of hard work. And so for you, I'm feeling that it is creating you to feel like you're really, it's almost like you are really, really pushing forward and persevering in this situation where you are in your journey at this time. But it's like there's this ball and chain that even though you're pulling with all your might and you're getting through it, it's really, really slowing you down, weighing you down, and you feel like it's a lot to drag behind you. And it's causing a lot of frustration for you as well. Okay. It's been coming up a lot in my readings as well. There's this resistance to the awakening. Maybe not to the awakening, but a resistance to the healing. I was going to say a resistance to doing what it is that needs to be done in order to heal, to move forward, to have the sense of completion. But what I am feeling is it's the healing that's being avoided. And you know, yes, it's painful, but when we go through the healing process the appropriate way for ourselves, whatever's best for us, it really does allow us to move forward. You know, not allowing ourselves to go through the healing does put a sense of this ball and chain on us. And so I am feeling right now that there is a sense of resisting the change, resisting, yes. You know, we ask ourselves this question a lot, you know, how do I improve myself? How do I be better, do better, be a better version of myself? And sometimes it's quite literally just asking that question. But I am feeling that for some of you, it's almost like you have an awareness of the answers to those questions, how to do better, be a better version of yourself, but resisting the work, the inner healing that needs to be done to unlock that for yourself. So, you know, hopefully we get some insight for you on how it is that you can find the best ways for you to go about your inner healing. But of course, I'm always here for you in that regard, whether it be through a reading or through a coaching session. So please do check the description box below. All my information is there for you to reach out to me, and we can talk about how, you know, how it is that we can get you on the path to finding out how to go about your own inner healing journey, whether that be through a coaching session or a reading, okay? But let's see what else the cards have for you here. I also wanted to say the other thing, I'm really drawn to the 8. You know, being the 8 of Wands, I'm really drawn to the 8. 8s have not been something that have been resonating for me within the collective for a little while now. It's been a lot of 4s, a lot of 2s, a lot of 5s, and a lot of 7s. 8s are really about, in numerology, about abundance and manifestation. And so what I'm seeing right now as well with the 8 of Wands, you know, in reverse, the 8 of Wands is also of a card about internal alignment. And so I'm feeling a sense of guidance for you, if I will. I was just saying, maybe we'll get some guidance. Here it is coming through right now. I am feeling the sense of, when we find this sense of internal alignment, we start to unlock the abundance in regards to the answers that we're seeking in how to move forward in this part of the journey, with feeling this frustration and the delays in regards to the speed bump, the bump in the road that we've hit. And so for you, if you're feeling guided, if you're feeling like you're resonating with that, you know, once again, just a guidance for you of taking time for yourself to align within, okay? And, you know, this Uranus retrograde really is a period of inner reflection. So a really strong guidance I'm feeling for someone at this time with that message. And I am feeling for whoever that's for, I did want to say connect with nature, but as I'm touching the card, I'm hearing ocean waves. So whoever is resonating with this, I feel like you're probably more drawn to water than you are to land. And so if this is resonating with you, please do take some time to go and connect with some water, whether it be sitting time by the ocean or by a stream, or if you don't have access to either of those, even just taking some time in a nice bath. You can even look up different healing baths that you can do for yourself as well that might help to bring you back into alignment so that you can unlock the answers within yourself on how to get yourself back on track after hitting this speed bump, okay? And so what we're ending with here in this little message is the World card. And so we are, yes, it was upright. So we're talking about a sense of completion, integration, accomplishment, and travel. So like I was saying right away, I was feeling a sense of accomplishment in getting through this speed bump, getting the vehicle that we're driving back onto the road. And I'm almost seeing, it's almost like when we got our, you know, we hit the speed bump, we lost control of the wheel for a moment. And so it's almost like we just jumped out of the driver's seat. So now it's about getting back into that driver's seat, taking control of the wheel again, getting the vehicle back onto the appropriate path, kind of straightening ourselves back out after hitting this little bump in the road. This, I feel like it was really a speed bump, because as we enter into this Uranus retrograde, really this time of inner reflection, so that we can reflect how it is that we're moving in the outer world, right? This car that we're driving that we kind of, you know, lost control of for a moment. We hopped out of the seat for a moment. But I feel like it's all bringing us back into this full circle, getting us back on track, back into the seat, and just, you know, back on the road, back into the direction that we need to be going. With the World card, oftentimes people are feeling a sense of literal travel, physical travel with this card, but what I am feeling is just this sense of travel, this sense of movement after hitting this speed bump, this bump in the road, if you will, because it has created a lot of delay, feeling of frustration for you as you go through this sense of hustling to get you through this energy. But, you know, with this World card, a sense of accomplishment and a sense of not only, like, yes, accomplishment and moving forward through this energy, through this space, and through this time. And I said space and time, and a car has just honked its horn, so I'm really feeling the need to say, as soon as I said space and time, I felt the need to talk about astral travel. So Twin Flames, this is the overall energy within the collective. So for twins, I'm feeling this, I feel like it's for twins not in union at this time. I feel that there is a sense of astral travel or some kind of 5D message coming through in this here. So let me know how that resonates for you. So we're going to go ahead now and find out. I want to know what it is that the divine feminines need to be aware of and focusing on at this time. And the stone that I felt guided to use for the divine feminines today is my peacock ore. So a lot of colors in this stone. Once again, you might be feeling guided to look it up for yourself. But going back to what I was saying about this message with the Eight of Wands, about this need to get back into alignment, with the peacock ore, when I look at that and I see the different colors on the stone, I think of the chakra system. So for you, in terms of getting back into alignment, to unlock these answers, to get back into the driver's seat, to take back control after hitting this speed bump, might have to do with the chakra system, okay? So just a message that I was kind of picking up there. So divine feminines, please do, if that's resonating for you, look into peacock ore and see if that stone might be able to offer you some further assistance. But let's find out what is it that divine feminines need to be aware of and focusing on at this point in the journey. This card really wants to come through. And I don't know if I've mentioned it already, but I do shuffle my cards before and after every reading. So please do trust that the cards were shuffled before this reading. So, I mean, you can't go wrong with this. The divine feminines, you have the Four of Pentacles in the upright position. I was just talking about how there have been so many fours coming through for the Twin Flame Collective, particularly for the divine feminines. So also being a Pentacles, okay, so I really am feeling the strongest energy with the overall energy, the strongest card for the overall energy to represent where the twins are at this point in the journey was the King of Pentacles. And so divine feminines, right now you are coming through with the Four of Pentacles and what it is that you need to be aware of and focusing on. So this goes back to, with the Four of Pentacles, saving money, security, conservationism, scarcity, and control. So I'm feeling, and this is a message that I've picked up in the past for the Divine Feminine Collective, and it actually resonates for me as a Divine Feminine as well in my own personal journey. So in the past, as a Divine Feminine, there has been a lot of sense of living in crisis, as there has been for so many Divine Feminines. And for myself, a large part of this feeling in crisis, this lack of safety and security, has been a result for me largely because of monetary issues. So for a lot of the divine feminines, the sense of crisis that you've gone through might have to do with, your sense of security and safety through money, because money is important in this world to provide us with the things that we need to feel safe, such as a home, shelter, food, all of those things. And so I really am feeling that for a lot of the divine feminines, there has been a lack of feeling safe and secure because of monetary issues. But what we need to be aware of and focusing on at this time as the Divine Feminine Collective is releasing, because we have coming through here with the Devil in reverse, and this message coming through about this inner healing process in regards to this King of Pentacles, right? Divine Feminines really being aware of the healing that needs to take place. Okay, so for some of you, you're resisting the healing in regards to this Four of Pentacles here, these messages that I'm saying now. But the guidance for you, what you need to be aware of and focusing on is doing that healing. Because once you do that healing, I'm really being drawn to the Star card when I talk about this view, Divine Feminines. Okay, so, and the Star does equal up to 8, and I was feeling 8 is going to unlock, this 8 of Wands here is what is going to unlock this for you. Okay, so this is about abundance and manifestation, and getting into alignment to unlock your abundance and manifestation. Okay, Star is the 17 card in the deck. 7 and 1 equals 8. Okay, so I really am feeling the sense of hope, faith, purpose, renewal, and spirituality in regards to when you do this healing in regards to monetary issues and your safety and your security, Divine Feminines. It's going to help you to unlock your abundance, the ability to manifest all of the money and the safety and sense of security that you have been trying to unlock for yourself. Yes. The other thing too as well, I just keep hearing so much about this sense of the foundation and the security. You know, and as I was preparing the cards, okay, I'm hearing so many messages coming through right now, and I almost feel like the divine masculines have so much that they're trying to communicate. With this Four of Pentacles, for divine feminines, I'm feeling a sense of accomplishment for you as well. Once this healing is done, the ability to manifest everything that this Four of Pentacles is speaking to you and for you right now. But the Four, I'm also, when I'm looking at it, I'm seeing the Four of Wands, okay? So the Four of Wands, a lot of twin flames, you know, resonate with that being the union card, the harmonious union card for the twin flames, okay? Twin flame union. A lot of people within the twin flame collective see the Four of Wands as that union card. And so I'm really seeing the Four of Wands in my mind's eye at this time, you know, right now as I'm picking up these weird messages right now, okay? And so I'm seeing the Four of Wands as I'm picking up these messages. And when I see this Four of Wands in my mind's eye, as I'm picking up these messages from this Four of Pentacles, I'm actually seeing the Three of Cups that came through for the Divine Masculine deck as I was shuffling, preparing for this reading. So take it how it resonates, twin flames, but I'm also feeling a sense of divine feminines when you do this healing in regards to your monetary issues and crisis, the sense of crisis that you've gone through in regards to safety, security, and scarcity, I'm hearing. But when you've done that inner healing, and you're going to unlock so much in regards to being able to manifest your abundance, all of the money, the sense of safety and security that you feel like you've been lacking for so much of your life. But I also am feeling a connection to your divine counterpart as well. So through this healing, divine feminines, for those of you who are coming into union, this could be one of the final keys to unlocking this next step for you in the twin flame journey, bringing you closer to that harmonious union with your divine counterpart in the physical. And you know, the Four is also, you know, in numerology, 4 is all about earthly realm, okay? So I'm feeling a strong message about that there in regards to union and celebration with the divine masculine, the sense of the counterparts coming together once that healing is done. So divine feminines, please know how important it is to not just do the healing for yourself, but if harmonious union in this lifetime is something that you're working towards, understand that that inner healing is something that needs to be completed. It cannot be resisted if the next step of the journey, if you want to take that next step into the journey. But let's go ahead now and find out what it is that the divine masculines need to be aware of and focusing on at this point in the journey. And the stone that I felt guided to use today for the divine masculines was my red jasper. So once again, if you're feeling drawn to this stone, you can look it up and see what messages it's holding for you. And right now I'm actually seeing oranges, which is interesting. Divine masculines, I don't know why I'm seeing oranges. Let me know if that resonates for you. But you know, we're talking about getting into alignment for the divine feminines with the peacock aura. I was feeling the chakra system. So masculines, there might be something for you regarding citrus fruit. That's actually come up for me a few times in my readings, I believe, for the divine masculines about citrus fruit. So there might be something that your body is missing that citrus fruit might be able to give to you, or even working with citrus essential oils. I am feeling now as well, my solar plexus is my sacral chakra, my sacral chakra, like my stomach's making noises, all kinds of things now. So masculines, the essential oils, I'm feeling like citrus essential oils could help you with any ascension symptoms that you're feeling at this time. So if that's resonating for you, please let me know. It was a very interesting, very specific message. Okay, so let us find out what is it that the divine masculine collective needs to be aware of and focusing on at this time. We have quite a few cards turning over for the masculines. Let's see here. Okay. So we have a lot going on here We have the Seven of Wands in the upright position. So we're talking about challenge, competition, protection, and perseverance. This is very, very interesting. I'm seeing a very interesting balance happening here between the counterparts, because as the divine feminines are really working towards money and healing their inner wounds in regards to money and this sense of crisis, living in crisis, not having a sense of safety or security in their life, and the divine masculines have protection and perseverance coming through with the Seven of Wands, and the High Priestess right underneath that. So I feel that divine masculines at this time are feeling very much in their driver's seat. Actually, now that I'm reading for the masculines, I'm feeling quite a shift in the energy. I'm seeing a peacock, which is quite funny because the divine feminines have the peacock or stone, and I am seeing the divine masculines right now as I'm reading this energy, just that shoulders back, chest puffed out, this very, very manly stance, this really embracing their masculinity, this sense of masculines feeling very masculine and feeling very powerful in that energy, and feeling very powerful because this energy that the masculines are embodying right now is an energy that helps them to see and to feel and to be aware of the fact that they are able to provide the divine feminine everything what the divine feminine is working towards right now. So it's something that I've said before. I do feel that I read strongly for twin flames who are either in union or very close in union. I do feel that that was a message for twin flames currently in union. So divine masculines, the High Priestess card is also a card that's all about intuition, sacred knowledge. It is about the divine feminine, but it's also about the subconscious mind. So I really am feeling it's like masculines, you are very awakened. That's something that I've picked up for quite some time, is the divine masculines being very awakened, having a lot of divine insight, intuition, sacred knowledge. I really have been feeling and seeing the divine masculines as being far more awakened than what most of us have been realizing. So what I am feeling right now is divine masculines within the collective who are these very much awakened beings. They are very aware of how awakened they are as well. And what I am seeing is that because of these masculines, because you have found yourself at this point in the journey, having done so much of the work to find yourself at this level in the journey, being as awakened as you are, and getting to know yourself on a spiritual level to such a degree that you're now able to see and feel the divine feminines for who they are and for where they are in the journey. And I'm feeling that through coming into this point of your awakening journey, it's really helping you to see, to want to persevere, to take care of the divine feminine is what I'm seeing and feeling. It's this sense of, it's almost like the divine masculine is seeing what the divine feminine is going through, and that has helped the divine masculine to step up, to take the throne, to embody this energy, this peacock that I'm seeing, this very strong masculine energy, to take care of the divine feminine. But it's having gone through the healing and the awakening journey, divine masculines, that you've been able to find yourself here. And it's very much, it's a very strong spiritual energy that I'm feeling, this sacred knowledge that I'm feeling. It's very, very strong, very deep within you, something that you are very confident in at this time. You know who you are, you know how you feel, and you know who your divine feminine is, and you know how you feel about your counterpart, and how it is that you want to pursue the next chapter of the journey. I'm hearing united. Okay, that was very interesting. I was actually picking up some of those words where actually it was like I was speaking for someone, okay? It wasn't just intuitively me speaking, but almost as if someone was speaking for me, through me to you, okay? That was a very interesting experience for me. Thank you for that. We also have the moon card in reverse next to the high priestess, divine masculines. So releasing fear, releasing repressed emotions, and releasing the inner confusion. So I really was feeling that because of this, where you are in your awakening and your ascension journey, it's allowed you to have this sacred knowledge, and really being able to embrace and embody that masculine energy, and really releasing the illusion. You know, you really do see your divine feminine for who she is and where she is in the journey, and I'm hearing for what she is as well. I'm not sure what that means. That might resonate for someone specifically, but I really am feeling a sense of just releasing the illusion towards the divine feminine. And it's interesting because I'm thinking about the moon card, and you know, the moon card, we see the two dogs looking up at the moon, howling at the moon. It's really interesting because today the date is August 13th, okay? So, no, 14th, sorry. We just had the precise meteor shower. And so, with that being said, you know, there's been this sense of everyone looking up to the sky, looking up at the meteor shower. So, you know, it's interesting. I just really am feeling that at this time. There may have even been something for some of the divine masculines, some sort of sacred knowledge that's come through to you in your dream state during the time when the precise meteor shower was very active. I'm feeling that the precise meteor shower brought a lot of light codes to you, divine masculines, that have given you this sacred knowledge, that have helped you to see your divine feminine for who she is, where she is, and I keep hearing for what she is. So whether that be what your divine feminine is in this lifetime, in their own spiritual journey, but also perhaps seeing the divine feminine as your divine counterpart. So that's a strong message for divine twin flames who might be coming into union shortly. Okay, so masculines, we also have the Chariot in reverse. So this is about self-discipline, opposition, and a lack of direction. And next to the Moon card, talking about releasing of the fear, repressed emotions, and I really am feeling more so the sense of self-discipline with the Chariot in reverse right now. I was seeing the Chariot as I was going through the overall energy for the collective. So I love that we're seeing that now for the masculines. It's also a 7. I've been talking about seeing a lot of 7s in the journey lately. And there's also the Star card right here with a 7 in it. I'm feeling drawn to the Star when I look at the Chariot. So, you know, a sense of hope and faith and purpose in regards to your purpose, masculines. There's been a sense of releasing this illusion. I really am feeling strongly that you received some kind of information or light code during the Perseids meteor shower during its most active point. And so it's helped you to release some of the illusion. And so now there is this sense of hope and faith. You're really seeing things clearly now. The illusion is gone because of this information that it's like that you've received. And so now there is this strong sense of self-discipline and moving forward. I really am feeling strongly towards the divine feminine. I really, really am feeling divine masculines right now who are, if not already in motion towards, who are very soon going to be making movements towards their divine feminine. Next to that, we also have the 9 of Swords upright. So talking about anxiety, worry, fear, depression, and nightmares. So divine masculines, some of you still might be holding on to some of that energy, but I really am feeling that it's the self-discipline in regards to releasing that. We have with this Moon card here, the release of fear. I'm feeling a sense of releasing repressed emotions and illusion. And I am also feeling, you know, 9 of Swords was a card that we saw coming through for the Divine Masculine Collective for quite some time. And I am feeling, you know, I haven't seen it for a little while, but it's coming back now. But we're seeing it next to this release of fear and having this self-discipline. And I feel that we're having a self-discipline in releasing all of the anxieties, the worry, the fear, the depression, and also this information that you've received recently, masculines, that's helped you to tap into this divine sacred knowledge and seeing your divine feminine for who she is, where she is, and what she is. I say she because the energy, that's how it resonates, please forgive me. But seeing your divine feminine for who and what and where they are. And I feel that all of that insight is allowing you to release all of that Nine of Swords energy so that you can step into this energy of this peacock that I'm seeing that's really putting himself on display for the divine feminine. And I say he because it is the male birds, the peacocks, the ones that put themselves on this bright, brilliant display to attract their mate. Next to that, we have the Two of Wands, and as soon as I see this card, I'm seeing that Four of Wands in my mind's eye again, okay? So it is talking, the Two of Wands is a card that talks about future planning, progress, decisions, and discovery. So masculines, because of this information that you've received, this new insight and this new sacred knowledge that you're tapping into, I'm seeing that Four of Wands, and Two of Wands talking about future planning. So I really am seeing the divine masculines at this time really seeing themselves moving forward and wanting to move forward towards their divine feminine to make these plans. And I'm hearing about the life purpose at this time. I'm feeling that for twin flames in union, this forward movement, this motion, with this Two of Wands and seeing the Four of Wands in my mind's eye is about twins in union and the work, the light work that they're going to be doing together in this lifetime. Fulfilling their purpose. I'm seeing the light work, the mission that you both came here to complete. I'm seeing with this Two of Wands, this future planning, the divine masculine and feminine coming together and doing that mission work together. And we're ending with the Six of Cups here. So interesting. This is all about revisiting the past, childhood memories, innocence, and joy. So divine masculines, because of this, this new information that you've received, this new knowledge that you're tapping into at this point in your journey, it's also helping you to revisit the past, the sense of, I'm seeing connecting with the inner child. And I'm also seeing that this is what you need to be aware of. And excuse me, I'm having the hiccups, okay? So that is releasing fear. So masculines, for some of you, the fear that you hold on to that needs to be healed comes from your childhood. So there's memories that need to be revisited there for you, to add to your healing, to aid in your ability to move forward with the energy that you're embodying at this time. But I am also feeling a sense of tapping into the inner child and being more playful, more of that full energy, more of a playful, childlike, foolish energy, as you see your divine feminine and move towards the divine feminine and move through your mission work together in union. So, okay, that was quite the energy coming through for the masculines. Now I want to know what it is that, how the Uranus retrograde will be affecting the Twin Flame Collective. So let us find out what it is that Spirit has to say to prepare us for these few months that we have with this Uranus retrograde. So how is it that the retrograde will be affecting the Twin Flame Collective? Okay, so the cards that I have come through, I have two cards and they're landing in a sideways position. For me, that's a transitional energy. I really am feeling the energy in this position here. So we are transitioning from the upright to the reverse with these cards. So what it is that the retrograde, what it is that we need to be aware of and focusing on with the retrograde is, not being overly emotional. So the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Wands is what came through, okay? So the Queen of Swords is being about overly emotional, easily influenced, bitchy, and cold-hearted. And the King of Wands is about impulsiveness, haste, ruthlessness, and high expectations. So with the Uranus retrograde being a time of inner reflection, I'm feeling the sense of the energy that we can feel sometimes when we're also going through not just sometimes when we're going through the inner healing process, what can end up happening is, when we are doing inner healing work, it can create this energy for us when we spend too much time in the negative energy versus clearing away the energy. It can create emotions, undesirable emotions for us. So, this is what it is that Spirit wants us to be aware moving into Uranus retrograde, is just being aware that this is a time and a period for us to be going through this inner reflection, but just being easy on ourselves, going easy on ourselves through this process, through this next few months as we do this inward reflection. And then also a reminder to not act too impulsively with too much haste or being ruthless or having too high of expectations. So, and I feel like this is speaking more about within the self. So when we are doing this inner work, as we do this inner reflection through the Uranus retrograde, not having these high expectations within ourselves. So with Uranus retrograde being a time of this inner reflection, so that we can observe and evaluate how it is that we move in the external and how we can be a better version of ourselves in that regard in the external world, in the earthly realm, if you will. I'm seeing the Four of Pentacles. Just not having too high of expectations for ourselves in regards to how it is we want to move in the external world, okay? So doing the inner reflection, but not being too hard on ourselves in the conclusions that we come to and how we want to proceed. All right, twins. So I think what I want to move into next is finding out the guidance, the best guidance for us at this time in the journey, okay? So we're going to find out overall for the collective, what is the angel numbers that want to come through for the guidance, the guidance that's going to be of highest good for us at this point in the journey, okay? So as a collective, what is it that the angels want us to know, or the guidance that they have for us based on the energy that we saw come through? This angel number really wants to come through, and I am feeling this bottom card here. So what we are seeing right now is angel number 211. This is an angel number that came through in my last reading that I did. Maybe I'll link that for you guys because I'm feeling a strong connection to that reading here. So we're talking about spiritual discovery, pursuing the true soul path in this life, and letting go of limiting beliefs to prepare you for new opportunities. So this is a guidance, really. This is a confirmation from Spirit of the messages that I was saying about how you really cannot resist the healing and this time of inner reflection that the retrograde is going to be encouraging. If we want to move forward in our journey, whether we're a twin flame or we're talking about our spiritual journey here in this human experience, okay? So we really do have to focus on the healing, or the next step. We just cannot embark on the next step of the journey. So some strong guidance here of just really understanding that, and also some support from the angels of letting go of all of that we're releasing at this time. And I also wanted to mention, I forgot to point it out, the stone that I felt guided to use on the angel number deck by myself was my tiger's eye. So this is a stone that's actually all about groundedness. So you might be feeling, in terms of speaking about getting into alignment, grounding yourselves. But also your angels are here to provide you with the sense of groundedness, to help to get you through this energy, to help you to let go of all that you're clearing away at this time and all that you're reflecting on within, so that you can move externally, okay? And the other angel number that came through was 788. So there we go again with the 7s and the 8s, okay? Those are strong numbers that I'm seeing in this reading today. So we are talking about a strong connection to the angelic and the spiritual realms, and your prayers, positive affirmations, and optimistic expectations having opened you up to the flow of infinite abundance. So this is your angels letting you know that the work that you're doing, everything that you've done up until this point, is allowing you to tap into this part of the spiritual path that you're on. You're allowing you to strengthen your connection to the divine, to your higher counsel. And I'm hearing to yourself as well with the divine masculines, this intuition and tapping into this deep sacred knowledge, okay? So that's the angel numbers that are coming through for the overall energies for the collective. So let us find out what is the angel number guidance for the divine feminines at this time based on the message that we're seeing today. So this is going to be the number of the guidance of the highest good for us, okay? We have angel number 888. So so far all of the angel numbers that we're seeing have 3 numbers in them. 3 is a very strong number for me. To me, it speaks about being in alignment, okay? And now Divine Feminine's having angel number 888. 8, once again, we're seeing a lot of 8s in this reading. 8's all about abundance and manifestation, and we already talked about how you're working towards that with the 4 of Pentacles, okay? So 8 is all about money incoming. It's all about financial independence and all about aligning with your financial desires. So once again, this is just a confirmation of the messages that I've been delivering to you in this reading about the healing that needs to be done, where you're putting that healing, where the focus needs to take place, and how it's going to affect you. So just know with this angel number guidance here, your angels are letting you know that it's a confirmation of what the healing is going to unlock for you. So I'm actually seeing someone pulling on a slot machine handle right now. So Divine Feminines, if you have been working towards your abundance, please know that your angels are helping to align you with those desires, with that abundance that you desire and that you deserve in this lifetime. And then again, just a confirmation of the guidance that I was giving you on how to receive that abundance, okay? So clearing those wounds, not resisting that healing, so that you can unlock that abundance that you truly deserve and have a right to in this lifetime. So Divine Masculines, let's find out the guidance for you of the highest good at this time. All right, so we have 2 cards, masculines. We have angel number 55. So once again, we're talking about releasing doubts, fears, and perceived obstacles, letting go of all that no longer serves you, and your angels being here to help you to be ready for big changes, okay? So that really does tie into the messages that we saw coming through for you. And angel number 688, so once again, some more 8s. I'm seeing a lot of mirroring here, okay? So we have 788, 888, and now 688, okay? So, and 688 Divine Masculines is all about divine timing being at play. You can hear some cars honking, okay? So divine timing is at play. This is, your angels are wanting you to hear this message. So divine timing is at play to improve your personal, family, and professional life. And it's really interesting that we see that, because as Divine Feminines are working on improving the financial aspects of life, Divine Masculines are covering the more professional, personal, and family dynamics. So very nice balance that I'm seeing between the twins, because, you know, for twin flames coming into union or twin flames already in union, I'm seeing a really nice coming together of the resources and where you are in the journey, and how coming together is going to really complement almost the missing pieces of each other's, it's like a jigsaw puzzle that I'm seeing, okay? So as you come together, it's like everything is just going to meld together, everything is just going to click into place, is what I'm seeing and feeling. So we're going to end now with some angel number guidance on how it is that we need to the guidance of the highest good for the Uranus retrograde. Oh goodness, so many cards just flipped over, you guys. I'm actually just going to stick to the 2 cards that are really grabbing my attention right now. I will also mention angel number 77 is there, so lots of 7s, and I just saw 4 3 on the bottom of the deck, so talking about almost being in perfect alignment. So angel number 6 is a card that's all about, we are seeing a lot of 6s in this reading, talking about a lot of the Pentacles, okay? The angel number 6 is all about finances and materialism. It's all about having that time to find balance and harmony, okay? So that inner reflection for the outer realm, as within, so below, as above, so below, as within, so without, okay? And then your angels are encouraging you to research your spiritual path, your full needs and potential. So through researching your spiritual needs, your path, and your full potential, it's going to give you more insight that's required for you to get through this time, the Uranus retrograde, of this inner reflection, to analyze how you want to go about moving in the external, okay? And angel number 916 is all about your angels are being here. Your angels being here to help you to clear away anxiety, worry, limiting beliefs in regards to your purpose, and monetary issues in life. So we actually have, it's been coming through in the overall energy for the collective as well as individually for the masculines and the feminines in regards to releasing limiting beliefs and in regards to healing issues in regards to the monetary, in regards to money, okay? So that's some strong messages coming through for both the divine masculines and the divine feminines at this time. And if you are looking for more specific guidance in regards to your journey and where you are at this time, you can always reach out to me. Once again, my information is down below for you, and I do hope that these messages found who they were meant for, as I feel that the messages and the guidance today was very strong. So once again, I hope that it was of great guidance for you. This is The Crow's Nest. I'm your host, Crystaljoy, Wounded Healer. Be well, Twin Flames.